I'm feeling a little bit lazy to do a walk and talk right now. This might be a sit and talk as soon as I find a zone that I'm comfortable with, both physically and mentally. This video is not so much in response to, but in reflection of a concept that I've heard Nathan Forst say, and it is not new to me from him. I've heard it before, and I think it was under a very different context. Now this video is more topic of this video is more in my mind because of the latest video that Nathan has made, which I have to say was quite impressive. I really appreciate it. It was very meaningful, and I've shared it with friends, and I put it as definitely one of the best internet logs that I've watched, listened, been witness to. That direction. But the concept I'm talking about is truth is beauty, and beauty is truth. Now, I think the first time that I can remember hearing this notion, it was in a pretty neat kind of, I don't know if I can call it a documentary. It was more of a kind of like a slideshow audio presentation, and it was a fine artist who was talking about the aesthetic underground because of how market forces have kind of overthrown aesthetic artwork and replaced it with very kind of mass producible abstract painting market, because it's a lot easier. It's much better for art speculators if the big name artists can spin out 100 paintings in 1 week rather than a realist who's definitely putting more technical investment in his work. Now, in a lot of circumstances, I can say that there are artists that put more intellectual effort into their work as well. That will take a longer time, and those people too, they have their part in abstract art, but in non-literalist art. But I would say meaning has taken back burner in that respect in terms of what the market favors right now. What universities encourage right now if you're going into fine arts? It's the counter to that is someone who spends a month on one masterpiece. Those people don't even get recognized or noticed. It's just not convenient for the market. And there'll be the excuses. There'll be people that say that the art snobs that will say that, oh well, realism is a thing of the past. In any case, this artist that was giving this presentation is part of this movement that he calls the aesthetic underground, and it's artists that still care about things ringing true. And his position was talking about aesthetic beauty, but the same thing can be said about philosophical beauty or something. But now, I guess more to the point that I'd like to make this video about is the way, because aesthetics is it's something very instinctual, but the impact that it has on us is, I think I've said in a previous video, one that I may or may not have put out yet. That beauty is like fertile soil, the fertile soil that thought and emotion can spring from, can be nurtured from. I think everything that surrounds us informs our emotional environment, and I just think the things that we feel as beautiful are these things that kind of like connect with us on that instinctual and emotional level, and it kind of creates this kind of comfort, this kind of what do you call it? The word's on the tip of my tongue and now it's kind of fading away. In any case, it's something that boosts our confidence, our curiosity, our interest. On the other side of things, you can have something that's really off-putting, like discomfort. That's not something that doesn't really have to do with what we would think of as superficiality, that side of what we think of aesthetics. But it's, I think, like the feeling. I think I could safely say that the feeling of an uncomfortable chair, a chair that we can't find ourselves to sit well in, is an ugly thing. While a chair that just gives us the supreme amount of comfort is a beautiful thing. Not in the visual sense, but in the tactile sense. Can I say that? I'd like to find something I can sit against, perhaps a tree. But now I've said that, I've mentioned this, what I'm talking about right now, in that previous video that I'm talking about that I've made. So I'm not going to dwell on that. I'd like to dwell on, what I've thought about since I've seen Nathan's video. And this has more to do with truth rather than beauty. What is beautiful about truth? How is truth beauty? And the reason I want to kind of veer away from aesthetic beauty is because immediately I can't find myself, in the line of reasoning that I'm using right now, kind of referring to them both at the same time in a married way. I think maybe I can go over there. That's a little bit more comfortable. We got some dead grass versus dead leaves. Which one would I like to try out? I think I'll try out this one. Alright, let's get that acorn up there. Oh, that is nice. Anyway, oh, it's getting chilly. Onset of autumn. Anyway, 15 minutes I'll have to be out of here. I need some help from my electricity and magnetism teacher. Okay, so